How'd that collabo come along, Lloyd and Lloyd?
I told that nigga, you better get on this record.
Nah, we can't. I know where you live.
I sent the record. Actually, I'm lying. He heard the record, and he flew out. He flew out to New York City, and we did the record in about 20 minutes. It was another version that leaked out prior to that. So I called him in, last minute, and he put his magic on it. I appreciate him as an artist. He's definitely a professional. It's just no BS, no egos or anything. He was independent at the time too, so there was no restrictions. We just got in there and did the record, and he's talented. Like, it doesn't take much for him to go in there and do it. Like,
he's a real artist.
Yeah, he's open-minded too. Like, if I say, cause that you have to be when you're working. That's why me, 50 and Yale work so good, cause I won't feel no kind of way if 50 be like, yo, I think you should say that one more time, or try it this way, yo.
Anybody can be produced, man.
Yeah. Or vice versa.
Anybody can be produced. Anybody should be produced.
There's nobody that's too big to not take some kind of advice.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Do you have like a secret song in the belt that you put Speedman, Spencer Bentley, Any Girl, and now the real bangers coming out? Is there something that?
Excuse me. Yeah. You hit it right on the nail right there.
It's Valerie, baby. Come on.
Yeah. The next.
I'm hot, baby. I know the questions.
Let them know, man. Come on, man. Let them know. Look at some points.
Yeah. The next record is. I mean, that's how I aim on everything, man. I just try to be better than the last time you heard me. So, yeah. Hopefully they'll appreciate the music that's coming in the future. It's definitely crazy. The album is gonna be bananas.
So what are some of like your music influence as a child, and then now, like, who would you like to work with?
Well, my musical influences started early before I even really understood hip hop. I just always was a music baby. My father and my mother, they listened to everybody from Rakim to LL Cool J, Big Daddy Kane. Raw Pace.
So an album that, probably one of the first album I can say I know word for word would be like a Mariah album. What's that album that word for word?
Word for word, Illmatic. Nice. Nas Illmatic, Mobb Deep, the Infamous, and Snoop Dogg. Biggie had to be my overall biggest influence, but I always just was drawn to like the smooth ones, like Big Daddy Kane was Smooth Operator. You know what I'm saying? Slick Rick was just slick. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really have to do too much, and Snoop was like, Laddie's house. So that was like, that's what made me know that it was cool to be me. Because you have artists out there who are very animated, just hype, and the camera come on and they're a whole nother type of person.
Turn it on.
Yeah, I never really wanted to be that dude. So somebody like Snoop, his first album was just like, everything was just taboo. Like, I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too.
Come on.
Like, he was practicing safe sex and speaking about it.
Banks, I know my first beat was a little shaky. My first remix was a little shaky. Like, your first rhyme, when you first started rhyming, like the first rhyme, like, did you have a whack rhyme? Like, was it, or was it good for a young dude rapper? I need to know. Sometimes,
one in the notebook.
When you go back, you be like, damn, that shit was cut down. That rhyme was not it. Or was it good for a dude that just started rapping?
Nah, it was nice.
You been nice?
I'm gonna be honest.
Do you know the rap? Two lines.
I remember raps from when I was like 14, 15. I said, who's the next nigga to blow? It's gotta be me. Not even your dumbest drug dealer's hotter than me.
Yeah.
Niggas used to talk shit, now they copy the pleas.
Yeah.
Hoes used to talk, now they see my... I said, now they see my cock from their knees.
Yeah, see, come on. Yeah, get that up in that first 2 bars, baby. Banks' first 4 bars, we got him in. I am now, baby.
Yeah.
You never released music. Why do you think G-Unit's been so successful? Like, it's been around, it's been hit after hit, artist after artist. What's the equation secret?
Well, for one, I don't want to take away from the talent part. Like, sometimes that's really what it is. We were all talented, and we grew up like real close to each other, and which made it that significance alone I think is what kept us here. Is the fact that we know each other's families, and we would have been, whatever we was doing, we would have been doing it together. So if we were stealing cars, we'd have been stealing cars together, selling drugs together. Whatever it was, we was doing it together. So I think this is real easy to come into an industry that was lacking that presence we had. You know, three brothers from the same neighborhood, and a lot of other groups formed that 3-man Voltron after we did. Took the mixtape market by storm the way we did. I think
mixtape market by storm.
Yeah, the dedication that we had.
I'm trying to say,
and we was broke. Shit.
Yeah, what? Y'all was broke?
We was broke. So there was no plan B. Like, that was it. Like, we gonna make it, and
we gonna die trying. If we ain't gonna make it, we gonna.
Yeah, that's why that title was so appropriate, because that was really the mind state at that time. Like I said, if we would have got pulled over going to one of those meetings, we would have never came out as G-Unit, because we were moving completely wrong. Still adapted to the environment, and I'm just blessed that it turned out the way it did. I was a fuck up, you know.
So music saved your life almost?
Yeah, I think it saved a lot of people's lives. It saved a lot of people's lives around me. I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't have been able to hold up. I don't know. I don't even like to think about those things or where I would have been, because it was a God-given gift, and it was something that I took advantage of at the very beginning. You know, I was never afraid to stand alone and be myself. So with all the temptations and things that were going on around me, you know, luckily I made it through that. And you know, a lot of my friends that were, like, you know, egging me on at that time, like, they either dead or in jail. You know, there's a few of them around. I have some here with me next to me today, excuse me, that I grew up with. But that just reminds me, every time I go on stage, I just reflect on where I've come from, and then how hard it was and how easy. It was a time when we were riding around where we would have got pulled over, I probably would still been in jail today. So.
At what point was that, yo, all right, you know what? Yo, this shit is crazy. It's about to pop.
We really getting rich right now.
Well, before that, like, I was always a fan of music, so I had like I really knew what it meant to pop. Like, I knew what it meant to be on Hot 97 or just to be heard anywhere, like, let alone like BET and stuff like that. Like, first time I heard my record was Bad News. It was called Bad News, me, 50 and Ye, and I had the first verse on it. And I think I was like 19 at the time, something like that.
How old are you now?
28. And the first time I heard the record, I went crazy. Like, I ran outside. And
where you was at? You was in the crib?
I was in the crib. I was in my grandmother's house in South Jamaica. And it came on, and mine dropped the first verse, so it wasn't really no time for it to sink in. It was like, oh shit, and then I just ran outside and ran around the corner to tell somebody. You gotta tell somebody.
Who you told?
There was nobody outside.
Damn it, there was nobody outside.
Nobody outside, so by the time I ran back in the crib, my verse was over.
Yeah. Nobody.
You should have grabbed a phone, baby. Yeah, right to the phone.
Technology wasn't that crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You should have Ustream.
That's a great feeling.
But that was the first time I heard myself on the radio. And then the freestyle that actually, like, stepped up a notch for me was the Victory freestyle.
Yes. Damn, I was gonna interrupt you. That was it. That was it for me.
That's the first time they labeled Lloyd Banks. Like, before they used to say New 50 Cent and it'd be me. Like, in the early stages of my career. But that was the one that, like, catapulted everything.
Damn it, I don't usually remember that. Give me one line. Jesus Christ, you said so many. No, the one with the red dot, what was it? What line was that?
No, that was a whole nother rap, I think.
The red dot in your, oh my God. My bad, camera. But yeah, no.
That was Uglier Than the Masterpiece, nigga, and a bunch of those lines.
I remember I was going to a car show, and we had that joint in there, whatever, and we should rewind that shit, that crazy. I'm a fan of the rhyme and all that, the hip hop shit. That right there, if that didn't make you go, okay, well, I just shut this beat down.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
And that was a hard act to follow.
My man, are you kidding me?
The whole time, and I actually got one of my first checks from Puffy at that time. So.
Where were you when you heard the Nissan Honda Chevy, and what were you thinking? Like, whoa, they took me.
I was probably in my Beamer Benz and Bentley.
How you driving 3 cars at one time? Come on, please.
What do you drive?
Nah,
which car was you with, bro?
I said Beamer Benz or Benz.
All right. Okay.
Probably. Who told you?
Nah, I heard it. I heard it myself before I heard it anywhere else, like from anybody else, and I was just like, oh.
And they was fast too, because they had a video fast.
Their video came out before mine.
They moved on that one. I bet somebody slipped on that. They moved on that fast.
Tell me about it.
They had that camera on deck. They might have did that with a Mino. Not playing.
Then about 100 remixes later, This is when I realized how big the record was. You know, it's one thing to be appreciated by the fans. It's another thing to be appreciated by the fans and your peer.
Dominican or Puerto Rican girl.
Oh man.
Get him, Valerie.
Oh man.
He gonna lose a couple of fans on this one.
More than a couple. More than a couple. That is that has to.
I think he's gonna come with the both answer again.
Yeah, both.
You get two both.
That is my weakness.
That is good answer. That is my weakness. What is it? The Spanish, the food, the
All of it.
Banks, have you had a mango?
¿Comes tostones?
Have you had a mango? You know what mango is, Banks?
What's that?
Damn, you gotta get with the Dominicans for real. Mango is the plantain mashed up with
Mashed
the little.
plantain with the butter
No,
and
they,
the olive
no
oil.
breakfast, no mango
Nah, but I
breakfast.
had like pastelli and stuff like that.
Damn.
That's
Good
Puerto Rican.
pronunciation,
That's
too.
a hit.
I know how to make those too.
You're half?
Come on.
I had Puerto Rican, I had black.
Who's Puerto Rican?
My grandfather.
Your
Oh,
grandfather?
that's a quarter. Quarter, Banks.
That's a quarter.
That whole side.
That whole side, okay, you half, you half.